These are 9 affordable tech items I use every single day. Tech is getting more and more expensive, so choosing the right products is more important than it ever has been. But you also want something clean and inspiring, or powerful and effective, but also doesn't cost an arm and a leg. So here is everything that I actually own and use. First, we have the 11-inch iPad Air. Now, this is an iPad from 2021, but I haven't found a reason to upgrade it. I use it for simple things like media and note-taking, but even when you push it to its limits, it still holds up. Compared to the newest iPads, there isn't much that makes upgrading worth it. You have a decent battery and great performance, and the newest iPads are better, but at a certain point, watching YouTube just looks good no matter what iPad you're on. The last time upgrading was worth it was honestly before the facelift, and of course, removing the home button. So that makes this a perfect secondary device, but unless we see another major change, upgrading just isn't worth it. Next up, we have a tech organizer. If you're dumping your chargers, cables, devices, everything into one bag, you're absolutely cooked. And the funniest part is that going from cluttered mess to clean and organized isn't even expensive. And that's why for years I've been using tech organizers. It takes the mess and chaos and just cleans it all up. And trust me, you'll notice over time it'll just slowly start to get more and more and more stuff, and having one of these is going to be more important. Mine has hard drives, cables of different lengths, and even a fast charging brick. It's inexpensive, it's easy, and it's one of those things that makes your setup look effortless. Next, we have the MagSafe power bank from Ugreen. Now let's be honest, this is a tech product you think you're too good for, but when you need it most, you wish you would have had it. Because let me tell you, when it comes to power banks, this is a must if you are somebody with an iPhone. It's relatively thin, and when your phone is running low, you just snap it onto the back and then it starts charging your device. I mean, for me, I'm trying to walk outside more every single day, and I typically do that whenever I have to take calls. But those calls absolutely destroy your battery life, so this comes in clutch every single time. Trust me, get one of these and you'll have no excuse for why your phone's ever dead. But the tech item that I use the most out of everything on this list is actually this. This is my health ring from Ultrahuman, and it's better than the Whoop, the Oura Ring, and honestly even the Fitbit Air. You see, something like the Whoop or Fitbit Air come on bands, but if you're somebody who wears a watch, then you know that you have to either not wear the band, which loses you data, you have to wear the band on the other wrist, which just looks weird, or you have to buy another strap to wear it somewhere else on your body, which can just get uncomfortable. But a ring is something that seamlessly fits everywhere, no matter the occasion. And unlike Oura Ring, this doesn't have a subscription, which is also nice. Because of all the different types of data that you could track, your health is by far the most important, no matter who you are. By the way, hit that subscribe button. It's free and you can always change your mind. Now, I'll be honest, there are just some products that are worth every single dollar, and AirPod Pros are one of them. You get amazing sound quality, whether it's podcasts playing at 2x speed or blasting music in the gym. You get some of the industry's best noise cancellation, and honestly, the microphones aren't completely terrible. And when you compare that to regular AirPods that are just missing some of these key features, I genuinely think instead of trying to buy alternative earbuds, you're actually just better waiting, saving, and getting these. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have AirPod Max, which might just be the dumbest thing that you could buy. Like, I get it. They look good. They are aesthetically pleasing, but there is no world where the current models are good purchases. So obviously avoid the AirPod Max, but also don't do yourself the disservice of getting regular AirPods when the AirPod Pros are worth the upgrade. Now imagine if you took everything about the AirPod Max and you just did it better. That would be these. These are the Sony XM5, and honestly, I would also get the XM6. They're super lightweight, which means you can go a long time wearing them without any issue. And compared to earbuds, you get a much fuller and richer sound that only over-ear headphones can provide. Like, honestly, it's the perfect device for when you actually need to lock in and get some stuff done. So if you're somebody who doesn't like how earbuds go inside your ear, then this is the next best thing, and it's worth it. Now for this next one, 99% of people never use this tech product, but it's something that your future self will thank you for. And that's investing into a real camera. Now the one that I'm using right now is the Sony A6700 with the 18 to 50mm lens. And honestly, for 99% of people, like, this is the ultimate setup. But I don't just mean that if you want to go into media or content creation or anything like that. I'm talking about just like real life. Like, think about what it's like looking back on old videos and photos from different cameras from different times. Whether it's a point and shoot or the early smartphones or like even a Polaroid. There's just something so cool about looking back on photos and videos with friends and family, taking on a real camera that a modern day smartphone just can't compare to. Now yes, of course, for work and productivity, this is something specifically I use every day. But even if I didn't make videos, looking back on the memories I've made with this camera makes it so worth it. Next up, let me tell you guys, should you upgrade your iPhone is a question I get every single day, and for me, the answer is yes. If you have the iPhone 16 or newer, there isn't really much on the new phones that makes upgrading worth it. But on the other hand, if you have something like the XR, the battery has degraded a ton at this point, and even those phones are starting to slow down on the normal things. And on top of all the AI features, I think that's why it's time for me to upgrade my own phone. Because the 15 Pro is the last phone to make the cut for Apple Intelligence. But everything everything else is getting left behind. Now, if you don't care about Apple Intelligence, this is a fantastic daily driver, and you could probably get away with keeping it for literal years. But for me, I've got to upgrade. And the final tech item that I use every single day, you probably guessed it, is of course the M1 Pro MacBook Pro. And when people ask me, what's the best budget MacBook? This computer is my answer every time. You see, Apple has been raising their prices, and honestly, with the way that it's going, it seems like it's gonna keep going up. And that's why instead of buying a MacBook Air or a MacBook Neo, you're actually better off going with an older MacBook Pro. You get a better device since it has the updated screen, more ports, and even an internal fan, but you also get to avoid the crazy price tags of the newest MacBook Pros. And even though the M1 Pro chip is a couple years old at this point, it's still perfect for everyday tasks and definitely worth the lower price. Now that's everything I use, but if you want to see how this MacBook compares to the MacBook Neo, just click this video right here.